What's up, everyone? Sunday Sessions, episode 19, here to talk about tips and tricks on how to grow a successful and profitable Amazon business. If you're new to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button for great entrepreneurial tips. Let's get started here. And for some people to join. If you're just joining, let me know where you're from. In the comments below, let me know where you are from. What's up, everybody? How we doing this fine, beautiful evening? It is 6:23 Eastern Standard Time over here in New Jersey. Hello. So yeah, if you got any questions, this is the time to ask them. This is where you get me for about 20 minutes, and I'm just here to provide the ultimate value, right? So any questions you got, throw them in the chat, and I'll answer them away. Got Canada in the house, Miami, Nova Scotia, people from all over the world. Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Omar. I'll see you, fellas. Is anybody else here? All right. Brazil, Paris. Amazing. Yeah, we ship all of our products to our warehouse first. As you can see behind me, this is all our inventory. What happens is we ship it here for two reasons. One, we could produce it at a much cheaper rate than a prep center can. And the second reason is quality control, right? We're on top of our QC. We want to be the ones handling the product. So if there's any issue with Amazon, with the end consumer, we're able to retrace the steps of packaging those products. So we're able to get down to the root cause of it to not cause any future problems with those products. Morat, what's up over there on YouTube? I see you, man. South Brunswick. Okay, got a Jersey guy. Turkey, Ukraine, Turkey. How do you know how much you can pay your employees? How do you know how much you can pay your employees? Well, just think like I guess really a human being, right? Like, what would you want to be making if you work for a company? Would you want to be starting at minimum wage? Probably not, right? Minimum wage is nearly impossible to live off of in most states. I understand the minimum wage has went up in certain states to $15, but even at $15, it's like, what are you supposed to do? So I would encourage you to pay fairly and properly compensate your employees. So let's say you're in one of those states where 15 is the minimum, right? Start bringing people in at $17 an hour, because not many people are going to work hard for minimum wage. You want people to take care of your business as if it was their own, right? Which is challenging to do when you're not paying, I wouldn't say a premium, but when you're paying bottom line, right? When you're paying bottom line, that becomes an issue. Hey, really trying to figure out how to capitalize on Q4. What do you think about Christmas products that might take a while to get in? Should we focus more on wholesale or Christmas products? So I filmed episode 18. The video I did previous to this one was all about growth tips for Q4. So I highly encourage you to check that out. It will be right here. So you just smash that and check that out at a later date. But here's the thing, right? Amazon made the cutoff. They just announced it the other day. December 2nd is the cutoff to get your inventory into Seller Central in time in order for it to be ordered, processed, and shipped to the consumer by the holidays, right? So all you really have to do is keep that date in mind, because if you keep that date in mind, you'll know what the last day you could ship inventory to be received at Amazon is. Let's say it takes 7 days for your inventory to go from your warehouse to Amazon, and December 2nd is the cutoff. We'll just say this the beginning of December. You want to make sure that, November 21st, November 22nd, you're getting that last shipment into Amazon, and then anything else you're selling, you're switching over to merchant fulfilled for the holidays. But that doesn't mean that's just holiday products. You should still consistently keep sending in regular wholesale inventory, because people shop wholesale products year round. That's the beautiful thing about wholesale. You get to sell conditioners and shampoos and deodorants and bags of chips and pretzels. You get to sell that stuff year round. They're not holiday specific. People love them. Their pits are stanking. Their hair needs to be washed regardless if it's a holiday or not. Hey man, your videos help me a lot. Amazing. Appreciate the love. Uh, what percentage of your inventory do you end up selling at break even or loss? Do you the emergency of excess competition? I don't understand that last part, but I can tell you what percentage of inventory we sell at a break even or a loss. It's about 8%. So 8% of our total inventory we're either not making any money on or we're losing any money on. And I'm a strong believer that you just need to have more W's than L's, right? You just need to win more than you're losing. If you could win more than you're losing, you're ready to rock and roll, my friends. That's the name of the game, right? Win, 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 lose. Win, 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 lose. If you could keep up that consistency, I promise you your business will consistently grow. So it's part of the hustle. It's part of the grind, right? I don't know if you've ever heard of the term loss leaders, but big retail stores like Costco and Kroger and BJ's, they'll have what they call loss leaders, right? It's a product that they put at the front of the store that just drives traffic into the store, right? It's a hot commodity. It's a hot product. It's people are loving it. Where maybe it's seasonal. Maybe it's just, it had trending videos or it was on the news and people are flocking to that product. So what the company will do is they'll list it or put it in the front of their store, a nice little display for either a break even, maybe even a loss or a small profit, just to drive customers, because they know when customers come in there, they're going to be purchasing another product. And on Amazon, an important number to know is your average order size. Like our average order size is 1.2. So for every what is that? For every 5 customers that buy a product, they're actually purchasing 6 products from us. So for every 5, that's an additional unit sold. That's good. If you could increase your average order size, that's even better. And a good way to increase your average order size would be to offer volume discounts. So like buy 2, get 7% off, buy 3, get 11, 12% off. That's a great way to increase your order size. Josh over here asked, do you guys do much work with brands directly? Yeah, we actually do a lot of work with brands directly. It's been huge for our business, huge for our growth. I can't disclose too much information on it, but we're partnering with one of the largest manufacturers in the world, and it's coming up pretty soon. It's been in the making for about 2 years, and we're super excited about it. It's taken a lot of work and determination on our end, but it's finally coming to fruition. And with that being said, like, I encourage you not to give up, right? Because never did we imagine that we would even have an opportunity to partner with this multi-billion-dollar company who's a staple in the industry, but here we are putting in the work and it's come to fruition and it's super exciting. It's really, really exciting. And as soon as we're able to divulge more information, we'll be sharing a lot of that with you as well, because I know a lot of you would love to hear that and the success and the steps that it took for us to get there. So we're super excited about it. But we do a lot of work with brands. We just partnered with another brand about 18 months ago, another multi-billion-dollar brand. They're a worldwide company, and we represent their products in Amazon US, and we're about to get their products over in the United Kingdom as well as Canada as well. So there's a ton of opportunity working with brands, but if you don't know how to do it, and if you don't know what to say or how to organize your sentences perfectly, not even perfectly, but just understanding the vernacular, right? Understanding the terms that these people are using and making sure that you're putting priority that, hey, I'm just not trying to make money here. I'm trying to become a partner, right? We're trying to become partners and help your business grow. So what do you need us to assist with? Because that's what we're here. We're here to serve you. So how can we better serve you? And then come with some examples that you've come up with that you can better serve them with. Kristen said, Josh, are you from the UK? KC. What's KC? Kansas City? LTL in house or leverage FTL using 3PL? Both, really. It depends on how large your shipments are. The way we see it is we're going FTL if we have anything more than 6 pallets. So if it's more than 6 pallets, we're doing FTL only because it's cheaper to do FTL. when you get more than 6 pallets. And most carriers, most third-party carriers that aren't partnered with Amazon, they consider anything 5 or 6 pallets or more, or greater than 10,000 pounds FTL anyway. So you're going to get quoted at FTL prices. But what I would encourage you to do is build relationships with drivers, right? Especially if you have a warehouse and drivers are coming in and out, coming in and out. If you got some excess inventory laying around, a 6 pack of iced tea, or just hit them off with it. Hey man, I see you working out here hard. Here's some drinks. Stay hydrated. Hit them with some bags of chips or some deodorant or something. Make them feel like you give a shit, because you do at the end of the day. So it's important. And then they will most likely bring it up to you. You don't even have to bring it up to them. They'll be like, yeah, well, actually, let's just do these off the cuff. Let's just partner up, and I'll come here, whatever, 4 or 5 days a week or 4 or 5 times a month, and I'll take your shipments to Amazon. Let's cut out the middleman. We order a lot of our supplies from Amazon. We prefer, and I encourage you to look into local distributors, right? So like right down the street here, we have a sticker distributor. They just happen to manufacture stickers like a mile from our warehouse. So we get a lot of our labels, our FN SKUs, 6x4s from that company. Um, and then we have a few different corrugated box companies that we do business with. I encourage you to shop locally, right? A lot of people get their corrugated boxes from Uline. I see a lot of your RA, OA guys getting your corrugated boxes from Home Depot or Lowe's. But like Home Depot, Lowe's, you're going to be spending for one of those big boxes. I think it's like 150, 175. I can get that same exact box from a distributor for 90 cents. Doesn't seem like a lot, but you're saving 60, 80 cents a box. You start shipping 10,000 boxes, you're talking about a lot of money. That's $6,000 a year you could be saving in just boxes. Now multiply that by 10, you're talking 60. Just, it's numbers, my friend. As your business grows, your numbers will grow, your production, your supplies will grow. You got to find every single way possible to cut those expenses. A lot of our profits happen right here in our warehouse. And I want you guys to understand that. And girls, like, a lot of your profits are going to happen here in your production space. They're not going to happen at Amazon. They're going to happen on the front end, on the purchase, and they're going to happen right here in your warehouse or in your living room. And then you're going to capitalize on the final stretch when you sell it to the end consumer. See what else we got. Chia. I prefer, so this guy's question was wholesale or private label. I prefer wholesale. I prefer both, really. But the reason I like wholesale so much is because literally you could start today and be making money in 3 to 4 weeks. Private label, unless you got the funds to tie up, if you're going to start private label, you're not even going to see your first sale for 6 to 9 months. You got to do the research. You got to place a sample order. You got to get it shipped from overseas. Right now, overseas shipping is ridiculously expensive, right? So there's a process to that. So what I always encourage most people to do is dive deep into wholesale. Spend 18 months, 24 months diving deep into wholesale. When you build up some capital and you got an extra 10 grand to throw around, then get into private label. That's what we did, and it worked out very well for us. Josh over here said, what point in your journey did you guys choose to go international? Did you feel you should have done it sooner? So actually, just recently we chose to go international. I'm a firm believer that I want to master something before I start delegating it to other people, and B, before I branch out into other avenues of industry, right? Because if I don't fully understand what happens and what's happening in the Amazon United States marketplace, then I'm missing out on a ton of opportunity, whether it's referral fee discounts or new programs they're offering, capitalizing on new product opportunities. Regardless of what it is, I'm going to be missing out on it, or you'll be missing out on it, if you don't fully understand the marketplace you're going into. I follow a lot of people on Instagram, and I see they're doing Poshmark and Mercari and Go and eBay and The Real and like all these different sites, and it's like, yeah, you got 10 grand here, 10 grand here, and 5 grand there, and 6 grand there. But imagine you put all your focus into one marketplace. Fucking murder it. You'd murder it, plain and simple. You'd straight murder it. What else we got? Chia. When do you send those shipments that are up on the racks? Are those for a future date, or for this week too. So the rack usually sometimes we'll order more than a month's supply of inventory. It goes up in the rack. We also do some pallet storage. A few of those pallets are for companies that we've known for multiple years. They need an extra 10 pallet spaces, so we allocate them over there. Also, every week we go to the flea market, so we store the pallets in the shelving, and then we take it down. We take it to the flea market. We get rid of 3 or 4 pallets every week. From there, some of them are our own supplies as well, because we order a lot of things in bulk, like tape and boxes. We want volume discounts. The name of the game is volume discounts. So I want as many volume discounts as possible. So if I can order a pallet of tape and save a couple $100, I'm doing it, because we're going to use it anyway. Oh, that's a great question. JC said, starting with 100K capital, how long would it take to bring you to 100K per month in profit? So 100K per month in profit, you figure you got to be doing about $500,000 a month. I would say 18 months. If you're really, grinding it out and putting in the work, I don't see why in 18 months you can't be doing 100K in gross profit. Net profit, you really need to be crushing it. Need to be doing $1 million plus in monthly sales. But gross profit, I would say it's pretty reasonable to do that in 18 months, 18 to 24 months if you're really grinding it out. We built our business to about $500,000-$600,000 a month in the first year. So I definitely think, or first 18 months. So it's definitely possible to do so without a doubt, right? So if we just break down the math real quick, right? You take your first 100,000, you flip it in the first 30 days, turns into 120,000. Then you take that 120,000, you flip it. Let's just call it 3 weeks. Flip it in another 3 weeks, it turns into 150,000. And then you take that 150,000, you flip it in another 3 weeks, it turns into 180,000. And then it just compounds, right? So compounding interest. When you take the profit you make and instantly reinvest it back into your business, that money compounds over time and just gets larger and larger. You could do FBM from Argentina, but it's going to be crazy expensive. I'm talking ridiculously expensive. Overseas shipping, it's going to be pricey, my friend. I don't know if Argentina has an Amazon marketplace. I know Brazil does. Some of those other South American and Central American countries do, but I don't know if Argentina does. You would probably know better than me. Is this a phone or a camera? This is a phone. So I'm listening. At the end of the day, I'll be transparent with y'all. I'm an Android guy, right? But I bought an iPhone just to have it, and so that's what I use for my videos, because the quality, I'm not gonna lie, that the video quality on the iPhone is much better than the Android. But I've been an Android user for like 10 years, so I'm just used to the user interface. But for all my digital stuff, I use my iPhone. When did you decide to get a warehouse? I was right around 12 months in. Sebastian and his uncle Ted were sick of lugging boxes up and down the stairs. So it was a necessity at that point. It was like, we can continue to walk up these, 7, 10 stairs every single day and lug boxes in, lug them out, load up a van, or you just get a warehouse with a loading dock and have trucks deliver the products. And something I'm going to provide you with a little nugget of wisdom right now that some of you probably don't even realize you could do. But if you're doing a lot of purchasing from one of these retail stores, especially if it's like a smaller retail store, not one of these huge conglomerates like Walmart, I encourage you, go talk to the manager, build a relationship with the manager. Be like, hey, listen, can I get 6 pallets of this product? I promise you, they'll be like, yeah, absolutely. I'll order from the distributor. It'll be here next week. Can you pick it up? Would you like me to drop it off? We charge $300 to drop it off. Right? Build relationships with these retail stores. Treat them like distributors. Stop treating the retail store like a one-off, a two-off, and start treating the retail stores like distributors. And man, your business is going to explode, my friends. Let's see what else we got, Chia. Oh, Brian over on the YouTube said, thank you. We received our award yesterday. Amazing. So just last week, we shipped out awards to everybody in our mentoring group who's crushed it. We got awards for the first $10,000 a month in sales, first $50,000 a month in sales. For the 10,000, we sent out about 13 awards. 50,000 a month in sales, we sent out about another 13 awards. Then the 100,000, first $100,000 ever sold in a month on Amazon, we shipped out about 11 awards. And then our 500,000, we shipped out 3 awards for those. So those are good. Hold on, Sebastian. What's up? Yo, what's up? Yo. That's because I got it detailed the other day, man. You know, come on. No, you're in the right car, man. You headed the meeting? All right, man. I'm just in the middle of a IG live and YouTube live, and then I'm gonna head back home, head home and eat some dinner and chill out. All right, I'll see you tomorrow, brother. Have a nice night. All right, bye. Sebastian. All right, what else we got here? I think I may buy your course. I bought TWF, but haven't closed the direct brand exclusive yet, man. Yeah, Jazzle, man, just send me a message on Instagram. We'd love to help you. You know, we don't let our community fail. It's not how we roll. And we have modules that show you how to do that as well. So, and that's just part of it. It's like maybe 10% of it. We show you how to close brand direct deals. So just let me know, man. We'd love to have you on the team. What's the minimum expiration for chips via FBA? We like to go 120 days. So Amazon actually they created these new expiration requirements, right? But there's like a caveat underneath in small lettering. It's like these are not, I don't know what it says, but basically it says like these are our new ones, but they're not implemented yet. So what we do is we just stick with our old requirements of 120 days minimum expiration date for all of our products, and we've seen to do pretty well with it, right? We don't get any complaints. And like yesterday, we sent out 290 units of like you're saying, a chip product, and it had literally 122 days on it. So when it got received in Amazon yesterday or this morning, it had like 121 days on it, and it was all received properly. So that's what we like to do. Now, FBM, you can get away a little with less expiration date, you know, but you got to think like a consumer. If you order a product, are you trying to get something with 15 days on it? Like, absolutely not. I don't care. You know, I know food. It's like a Best Buy date. Like, right, this Campbell's soup, this bean soup, it probably has an expiration date. Yeah, March 31st, 2023. This will be good for a year after that date, right? It's Best Buy date, but companies do that to capitalize on more money, right? So people like us, we have to throw out our inventory, and obviously some of it goes bad, but these are like Best Buy dates. This is an actual expiration date. It's not a Best Buy date, but just keep that in mind. Always keep the end consumer in mind. Just went on an expiration rant. If you buy a product on 2030 USD, how much should you sell it for? So inventory cost makes up about 40%, 44% for your average wholesale product of your listing price. So if you buy a product for $20, you'll be listing around 45, 46 bucks. $30 would be around what would that be? Like 58 $58, $55. You just divide that number by zero point 0.4, and that will give you the outcome. 0.44 really, and that will give you the outcome of what the product should be listed for. Thanks. All right. Love your work, man. P.S. Urban me from your Instagram, please. Diesel leaders. Follow. Oh, unban me. Love your work, man. P.S. Unban me from your Instagram, please. So if anybody's banned, if anybody's been blocked by me in my Instagram, it's for usually one of two reasons. First one, you send me consistent DM messages of some ridiculous stuff, right? And I just get sick of. I'm not saying like once a month. I'm saying like every other day you send me some ridiculous Instagram DM message, right? Blocked, or you leave either hurtful or um, negative comments in our posts, right? I don't support that negativity. So if you do either of those, I usually do block people. But I'll check it out. I don't remember what happened there. These old leaders. I've been trying to do lots of product and supplier research. I've been calling suppliers every day asking for price lists to load them into Scan Unlimited, but most suppliers don't have one. Yeah, I was just talking about this I think on my Instagram story today. One of the biggest hurdles you're going to face building a wholesale business is closing supplier accounts. It's going to be the hardest thing, right? If you called 30 distributors next week or last week, you got to call 60 next week. If you called 60 last week, you got to call 90 next week. It's all about consistency. It's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. Same thing. Let's just say, give an example, right? You're trying to go to a bar, find a girl to hook up with or a guy to hook up with, right? You're probably going to have to talk to 30 of them before one of them's like, all right, you know what? I'm going to hang out with this person. Unless you're GQ over here, like you got to put in that work. Same thing goes with wholesalers and distributors. You got to put in that work. Put in the work. I promise you it won't disappoint. I'm a top dude. Trust me. All right. Listen, I believe you, man. Let me write down your Instagram. These leaders. All right. JC, man, enrolling in our program after Q4. Amazing, man. My only question to you would be why are you waiting until after Q4? This is, if anything, this is the time to do it. All right, I'm going to answer a few more questions here. I'm going to rickety wrap this up. How do you hire additional employees and retain them, especially right now, given the current employment situation? Yeah, hiring employees right now is literally a nightmare. It's a huge challenge for us. We literally put a sign in our front yard. We're resorting back to the early 90s out here. We got like billboards up and signs in the front of the grass looking for employees because it's so challenging to find somebody. Also, something we do, I encourage you to do if you're having trouble finding employees, is advertise in your local Spanish newspapers. Also, something to do is post on Indeed in Spanish instead of in English. You'll attract a completely different demographic. Also, if you have good employees working for you already, ask them if they have any friends or cousins or aunts or uncles who are looking for a job who are as hardworking as them. Something else you can leverage to find employees right now in this crazy age we live in is temp agencies. Now you got to keep in mind I was just talking to my warehouse manager. You probably saw him walking around here, Greg. But it's a nightmare with temp agencies. They charge you about $18 an hour for an employee, which isn't terrible, maybe $19 an hour. But the thing with temp agencies that makes it complicated is you might get someone for 3-4 days. They're really good at what they do. You think they're going to be, a great fit, and then they just never show up again. They just disappear. And now, not only are you down a person, but you just spent 3-4 days training this person, and then they completely dip out. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but it happens. It's part of the hustle. I just don't understand it really. The state in which our country is in, it makes absolutely no sense to me. It's like the government's not even pumping out these huge checks. Like I don't even know what people are living off of anymore. Like I really don't. I really don't know what people are living off of. But I don't know why it's so challenging to find anybody to work. It's really ridiculous. We have any given day about 47, 48 employees in here. And I would say 10% of them, so 4 or 5 of them are just turning, right? In and out, temps, in and out. People work here 2 weeks, quit the job, try to collect unemployment, in and out. It's crazy. It's crazy. It literally blows my mind. We're over in the tri-state area. Let's see. I'm going to answer one or two more questions here, and then I got to get home for dinner. Shit, I'm late. I got to get out. All right, this is the last question. Hey, got a question. Been trying to do lots of product and supplier research. I've been asking all the suppliers about price lists, but most of them don't have one. Best way to find suppliers without price lists. So here's a little magic nugget of information for y'all. Right? So here's a little magic nugget of information for y'all. So a lot of these suppliers will tell you don't have a price list, right? Because it's a lot of work on a supplier's end, not only to compile a price list, but also the fear of it getting into the hands of a broker. A broker is someone who basically middlemans your inventory out to other people, right? And takes a profit, puts a profit on top of it. That's what a lot of wholesalers and distribution companies, they don't like these brokers. Some of them love them, partner with them. Others, like myself, I don't want to deal with a broker. So you got to basically build this relationship. So what I encourage you to do is if they don't have an Excel file format, they'll most likely have a PDF or a website, right? Because they got to be giving their products to people somehow. So if they have a PDF or a website, spend the extra day, the extra 6 or 7 hours putting together an order based off of their website, and then put together another order based off their website. And I promise you, by the time 2, 3, 4 orders go in, and you ask like, hey, listen, I've been growing my business with you. I started off with a $5,000 order. Now we're all the way up to $15,000 orders. Can I get a catalog now? And I promise you, it's happened to us dozens of times where all of a sudden the supplier who didn't have an Excel file, all of a sudden we spend $30,000 with them and poof, an Excel file appears. Curly Fries, what's up, my friend? How do you suppose suppliers without price lists? I just answered that. All right, everybody. This has been super exciting. My girl's going to kill me. She won't kill me, but a couple minutes late for dinner, so I got to brickety break out of here. This has been fun. It's been a pleasure. I love hanging with y'all. If you don't follow the YouTube channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Check out some of the other videos. Catch you on the flip side. We'll probably be in a city near you in the short time. So everybody have a beautiful evening. Stay grateful and stay lit. Yep.